Alright, let's pop in. Let's pop in. Uh-oh, I see a doggy tail. What's up, doggy tail? Hi, I just went live, buddy. What's up? I literally just went live. What can I do for you? What's happening? Do you have to pee? Have you decided that now's the time that you want to pee? Because you're Zuzu and you do that? Are you picking up the slack for Momo? Yeah? Alright, Daddy's gonna get you. Alright. We are in the village. What are we doing today? We're building things, of course we are. Yeah. So, actually, let me turn that down a little. It's been a little loud. It's been a little loud to me. It might not be that loud for you, but it's a little loud in my ears. Okay. Alright, so not a whole lot has changed over here. I did get lost. I went out exploring a little bit and was kind of curious to see what was on the other side going that way, and all I did was kind of hit like a plainsy forest thing. Wasn't exciting, so I was like, well, alright, I guess we'll head back. And then I got turned around even though I was leaving markers down, and I somehow strayed off of my marker line. Got lost coming back, but I found some brown sheep, so I'm like, hey, we've solved our cocoa bean problem. Since none of the traders want to give me any. And, made a banner. And then I didn't like the way the banner looked, and I'm like, fuck. So, I don't know. I might have to play with the design a little bit. Maybe we'll do the blue flower in the middle and the pink trim. I don't have brown dye, so I can't like do a blue banner. And I'm sorry, I don't have brown dye. I have the blue dye. I don't have the brown dye. I only have the brown wool. So while I haven't completely solved, and while I haven't completely solved the brown wool problem, I've sort of found a workaround with finding the brown sheep. So I can't remember if I showed this. I finished putting the bridge in, and then I put in the little road thingy to enter the city, at least from this side. I didn't take it all the way across because, you know, we've got enough shit that we're doing over here, but you know, I figured it was a nice little entrance road coming in. Maybe if we ever finish the city, we can take the roads out from different gates and eventually put in, you know, maybe towns or villages along the way. Something to think about. I didn't do much work on the wall because I didn't want to touch that outside of stream time, so we will see about that. I did get this all ready to go, and we've got some steps ready to go as well, so let's grab these guys, and might as well grab what we have in here. I don't see any. I don't have a whole lot of not sandstone to use for scaffolding at the moment, like on me, but we'll get that here in just a minute. When we start ripping up, excuse me, this stuff. Did I put the... Okay. Just making sure that I'm keeping even with both sides, because it's a bitch to go back and figure this shit out. At least at certain times it can be. Just gonna use the regular sandstone on the bottom there as our base. Alright. So we'll work on getting this put in. Because we might as well. So how is Wednesday treating everybody? Fairly decent, or Thursday, excuse me. Wednesday was yesterday. Oh boy. I did not sleep well. And I am tired. So apologies. Thursday. How is Thursday treating everybody? I was up way later than I had really wanted to be before I even had the chance to lay down because I was working on something. There is not enough hours in the day. Not for me, at least. It's not enough time to get all of the things and stuffs done. Help if I could aim. Just a little bit. I haven't decided what we're gonna do here. I feel like we need some sort of lighting. I don't know if we're gonna go lanterns. We could go pumpkins. I don't know. Like, we could put pumpkins in the ceiling, but then we're gonna see them from underneath. Because they're not the prettiest thing to look at. Those are gonna be doors. I think we're gonna do chains and do lanterns in those sections, providing we can find enough iron. I might be doing some mining off stream. I still have to put the floor down in here. Might be doing some mining off stream to get all of that sorted. I suppose we should do our stuff here before we get too far. All right. Got that footing in place. And let's see, how far out will you all do me? Oh, you'll do me good. Okay. I'll put those in there. Right? Yeah. Okay. Take you this way. So we ended up, I ended up using all of the lava that was in the one section up the hill here. for our grand smelting of the sandstone. So, that's a small problem, but we have more lava. We have a shit ton more lava. It's just, I have to walk a little bit further to get it. So, while... Dang it. That's not what I wanted you to do. So while that's a bummer that we have to walk a little bit further away, it's still not terrible because at least we have more lava to use, so. Alright. Please, let's not fall off of here. Okay, okay. Alright. So let's go back on up. None of the wandering traders have decided to give me any bamboo yet. So, sadness there. No bamboo for me. You keep trying to give me a bunch of shit I don't need. Or that I don't have any interest in right now. Or don't foresee needing it. Because, I have a feeling that's going to be a problem. I mean, I probably should have just extended off the edge of that one, but... Damn it! Of course. The second I did that, I'm like, oh wait, that's a double. Ugh. Dang it. Why? Because I'm gonna end up falling off of this at some point. You all know it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. And then I'm gonna be all sorts of salty. Because I'm gonna have to redo my inventory. Feel it coming. I can. Because it's totally the thing that I'm gonna end up doing. I can feel it. Feel it in my bones. And the bones are hurting bad enough as it is. My hand's still being problematic, so... But I don't think it's anything that, can be dealt with doctor-wise. Because it's not a all the time thing, it's only when I move it certain directions or try to do certain things, so. This one's gonna break. And it's not like we have to have the shovel, but it does make things a little more efficient. So we'll grab all of that. At least we're on peaceful, so we can work through the night. It does give us a little bit more work time. Instead of being on Monsters On. Because Monsters On is a bit of a pain when you're working on a massive project. Oh, stand on the sand. I will say that. Okay, grab all of the things and stuffs that we dropped earlier. Okay. So now we need to do this side. Get our footing down here. Just looking to see what room we have in the inventory. should be okay for now. I mean, eventually we're gonna have to run back to the town to drop some stuff off. Because that's the way the things go. Yeah, so did I tell you guys I got the wall straightened out? That was a nightmare. So I was off by 3 on the one side, and I was off by an additional one on the, like, on that side, and then on that side it was an additional 1 I was off. And somehow in the end it was like off by 1 block meeting up, and I'm like, how the frig did I do this? So I had to go back through the entire thing, readjust it, and finally got that all sorted. So everything lines up now. At least outer wall lines up. I hope that means that our crossroads are gonna line up. Oh, I'm getting carried away here. Oopsie doodles. I'm just laying down sandstone. And then suddenly got the feeling like, wow, we're really high up in the air. And then that dreaded feeling of like, wait, was the other side this high? At least we didn't get too far before that sensation kicked in. I mean, I probably could just drop sand down the side there, but for right now, this seems to be a little bit easier. Probably a bit safer to do it that way. Alright, so we need to do this side. And we'll start figuring this one out from this direction. Oh, too high. One more. One more. That should be it. That should be alright. Because the stairs are fussy, so I don't want to set myself up for failure or frustration from the beginning. Because, you know, that's annoying. I think we're okay there. And I need to bring this out a little bit further. Alright. So let's get this first row put in here. Probably have to pick up some more stairs after this run. So while it's nice that these steps do have a directional component to them, it can be a little frustrating at times getting things lined up. Like this one not being lined up. There we go. I kind of didn't think that one was sitting right when I first dropped it in, but wasn't 100% certain. Okay. Going up. Moving on up to the east side. Okay. Well, that's good enough on that side. There's lots of little crevices with water in them out here. Kind of surprised that there is quite this much water out here for this desert feature. Because it's not just here, it's also continues back further that way. So there's a whole river system running through this place. But I had been out exploring thinking, oh, well, maybe we'll find some acacia trees or something, but no. Nothing. We're just in the middle of forests. It seems to be the predominant biome of this seed. Is all of the foresty things. I did somehow stumble upon another village, but it really wasn't anything to write home about. The ones that we've already found were much better. They were bigger and actually had stuff in them. I couldn't find the things and stuff in that particular village. It was bizarre. Alright, let's see here. Can I get to you? Well, I'll get to you one way or another, I suppose. And get all of these guys. Oh, I'm gonna walk off the edge of this again. Because of course we are. Alright, so let's get back to our sand section. At least doing the sand to get up and down. I know which block I can stand on to get back down to the ground, but you know how that tends to go. I mean, we could put a banner in the middle of the pillars. Maybe we'll do that. That's a lot of banners, though. I mean, do we do a solid line of them all the way down? Or do we just do one? Because they look so dwarfed on there. Like, I tried hanging the banner up on the front entrance gate, and it didn't look right. Maybe I'll try putting it on the upper one. The bottom one just looked bizarre no matter where I placed it. So I was like, I don't know. So I might end up placing it on the wall. On the wall by those doors there. That should be fine. And we'll grab that. Okay. And that's all lined up there. Perfect. Okay, so now we have to put in this section. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and a 10. So good, we're still lined up. Okay. So let's keep going. So Russell and I learned a little bit more about the new stuff that they dropped into Planet Zoo, and because we weren't quite sure what the purpose was of the new guest barrier stuff for the walkways, and now we understand it after seeing someone's video on it. Whose video? Lady Designa's, or Lady Designa. If you're a Planet Zoo person, you know who she is. And it actually makes a little bit more sense now. So we'll probably be implementing those into our builds at some point. I probably have to research it in franchise. I don't know yet, though. I haven't gotten that far in franchise mode on I haven't popped into Mozuzumo, which is our franchise zoo. Since that came into play, I've only been in Flamingo Falls, and I'm not up to messing with that stuff yet. Because we're still kinda working on putting in my needed staff buildings so that I can get our first animal in. And what I thought was going to be, oh, I just need the keeper hut and then we can plop this animal in, and then I'm like, oh shit, no, I need the quarantine and I need the vet and all of that, and I'm like, I don't have that yet. So, and I already had started to build the exhibit, or the habitat, and I'm like, okay, so this is just gonna be like one ginormous multi-part episode with me putting all of this together. Okay, not what I had originally wanted to do, but alright, fine. Okay. We're gonna need to grab some more sandstone when we get back to the ground here. Probably should make some more torches too, because I have a feeling it's a little dark for you guys on the screen. I do have my brightness turned up. I have my brightness turned up a lot higher than the husband's, because when I was lost and I was trying to direct him where to stand to kind of help me get back, his screen was a lot darker, and I'm like, I didn't know that was that dark. So yeah, I'm turned up quite a bit apparently. Which is a little deceiving. So in here would be a hell of a lot darker. So we definitely need to do lighting passes on this level. We have not gotten there yet. This one feels a little dark, but according to the F3 information key, we're okay. But because I haven't decided on if I'm gonna go back to Monsters On at some point. I mean, I probably will. Maybe if I can get the Raiders and the Phantoms turned off. But that's a big if. I don't know if I can at this point. I think I would have had to have done that when we first set up the game parameters, so I'm not sure if I can edit it down further and remove those guys. If I can take them out, then yeah, we'll put monsters back on. like, where did all this extra sand come from? I forgot. We've been digging sand out to put the one foundation in. I think we're still okay on steps though. And we still have to do, you know, lighting passes on the outside of the wall, which will probably be pumpkins on these corners here that we can sink down in there. Should give an interesting uplighting effect, I think. We'll see. Alright, we're gonna do a few more torches. I've been trying not to use my coal in the ovens so that we can use them for the torches that we're gonna need. Because, you know, gotta stick a torch in the carved pumpkin to actually get any light out of it. So. I mean, and we can make charcoal, so it's not the end of the world, but I just figured the lava's in the way anyhow. So let's put it to some use. And that way we're solving two problems with needing to get rid of it and needing to smelt stuff. If I had a good place to set up another portal and we didn't have any access to lava, or if we had run out of access to lava, I probably would set up a smelting station in the nether and their endless supply of lava, but we don't need to do that yet. Now we will get by with our 3 buckets because I added a 3rd oven to our smelting operation while I was sitting here doing art stream prep. I was like, yeah, we can do this at the same time. Why not? At least it gives me something to do while I'm sitting there staring at the ovens just smelting away. Makes the time go a little bit faster. Or at least that's what it feels like. All right. We actually had one set of neighbors decorate for Halloween. It was kind of surreal, I guess, because like nobody decorates down here because nobody really has kids. Well, the dude on the corner had a kid, but he just moved. He sold his house, and I think the kid was small enough where they didn't bother, or maybe they just didn't do Halloween. But he was also very fussy about his yard, so I could see him being like, no, we're not decorating the yard because then we're gonna mess it up, so. Or they could have just been of the mindset we don't do Halloween. It's an interesting topic around here. Because they tend to do harvest festivals. Can you hear the air quotes? And treat them like Halloween celebrations with candy and shit. But they don't do Halloween because that's like not necessarily devil worship, but kind of.
They think it's devil worship.
They do consider devil worship. I wasn't sure if I was remembering correctly.
They consider literally worshiping the devil.
So, it's interesting living in this area. There are a few people where that mindset's that mindset doesn't fully hold true.
I mean, there's enough to have kids trick or treat.
Yeah, I mean, they do trick or treat and they do trunk or treat at the state park with the city, the police department. It's one of their fundraisers, I think, that they do. Or at least they participate in it or something. But there are still a good number of people that frown upon it. Maybe the older generations in the area, but some people do decorate for Halloween. The street behind us goes all out with inflatables and stuff. And man, I don't know what the hell's going on. I don't know if like a couple of kids are just being dumbass kids and thinking they can get away with shit. But there's been some posts on Facebook about some kids in this town doing shit they shouldn't be. And it blows my mind that these kids don't even think about the fact that everybody has a camera just about nowadays. Just because you can't see it doesn't mean it's not there. With the way people do security cameras and shit now. So, the stuff they've caught on their security cameras and they're getting on Facebook like, I'm giving you X number of days to put the thing back that you stole off of my front lawn, or I'm gonna go to your parents. I have you on camera. I know who you are. And I'm just like, these kids are so dumb. And the fact of it is, when they've posted the video to Facebook, you can tell they're old enough to fucking know better. You know, I'm just like, really? Like, oh, we didn't fill that in. Okay, it's gonna get super dark here in a second. Well, darker than it was. I thought I had filled that. Apparently not. Alright, so let's grab this. Alright, take the shortcut down since we're getting a bit far from our stair access. I mean, we'll see how this goes. It does look pretty nice. That does mean that the keep that we put in is going to have to end up being taller than the outer walls, so not like a huge issue, but is something we're gonna have to keep in mind. Probably have to do some measuring. Alright, let's put you in place. Alright, I think I still have to do this on the other side, but we still have to put all of the trim in. Okay. So I think I have an idea worked out for the parentals' gifts. I just have to get the time to get working on them. Helps if we have that in place to have something to stand on when we go to jump. They are calling, or not really calling for, but they are saying we do have potential for severe weather on Sunday, so I'm not happy about that. Because we are entering, or about to enter, our second severe season of the year. Not fun for me, but we seem to get one in the spring and in the fall. And Storm Prediction Center is kind of looking at our area and they're like, mm-hmm, we got our eye on you. And I'm like, oh, let's not. Let's not do this, please. But, yeah, so. And it looked like they said that the atmosphere for the next 2 weeks was setting up for possible rotation coming into play. And I'm like, oh, good. Oh, good. That's not fun. So we'll have to be a little extra weather aware coming up here. Is that too close? Maybe not. I mean, let's go with that. I'd prefer to be one down further, but this will have to do. It's just gonna have to do. Probably better if I just do it this way. I'm not sure if I'm over far enough. We'll see. Okay. So let's start to put in our steppy steps. We might need to make more of these, but you know, we'll see what happens. Because if we need to make more of these, then we'll probably have run out of... Well, no, that's not necessarily true. We still have a good bit of sandstone left. Not a tremendous amount, but we've still got some. Alright, so all of those look to be in place there. This is probably technically high enough. Sorry, I'm trying to... Shit. That's not what I wanted. I'm trying to hold my crouch key so I don't fall off of here. Trying to figure out what I really want to do for dinner. I think I'm gonna make spaghetti. Well, I mean, I already have sauce frozen in the freezer. I just have to take it out. But I don't know if that's gonna be enough. I kind of want some biscuits, but I really don't want to make the biscuits. You know? Because that's gonna be a little bit much on my hand. And I don't know if we have the milk to make them either. Because that could be a problem. But I do have a fairly simple drop biscuit recipe. It's just, it takes a stick of butter, cold, and diced, and I'm like, ugh, my hand. And then you have to kind of cut it into the dough, and we got a pastry cutter. Kind of looks like a Wolverine claw thing. But for some reason for this recipe, it tends to work better if I just use my hands. But that's a lot of work on the hand. I don't know. I'll have to see how much bread the husband has. Maybe I'll just do a piece of garlic toast. We don't have that many snacks, so trying to make the most out of dinner. I was originally going to do pizza tonight, but we don't have enough cheese for pizza, so we actually blew through all of our mozzarella, which is astonishing, but we did do a lot of pizza this month, so. But you know what? It's fairly inexpensive compared to our other options. So that's what we did. Alright, I'm gonna grab... Oh, that chest is empty. That one's empty. Okay. There we go. I'm gonna grab a little bit more of you. I think we still need to do the stairs on the other side. Grab that. I don't think I really need you yet, but I'll go ahead and grab you anyhow. I really should make some glass. Because I feel like we should be putting the lighting in here, because it's super dark out here. I mean, we can do this to test a theory. Oh, I've got sandstone in all of these. That's alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's go with 10 to start with. That should be enough to test how this is gonna go. Alright, well, while that's doing its thing, I guess I can tuck you back up into there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's like a great wall of pumpkins. I love how it gives you pumpkin seeds and way more pumpkin seeds than pumpkins. I'm just gonna... Oh, I had to. Oh, okay. That's fine. For some reason, pumpkins cut really well with axes. Kind of surprising. Well, so much for all those torches we made, huh? Come on, glass. Glass is taking its sweet time. Apparently. One more to go. I swear I blocked that account already. Maybe I didn't block it on this channel. Maybe it was a different channel. Give me that. And give me that. Okay. Alright. So. The theory is if we... So we'd have to go down 2. And that, and that. So, I mean, that does brighten it up a bit. Not a tremendous amount, but it does something. Real test will be doing these guys. Alright, so it does seem to be sandstone down that far. Okay. I mean, it doesn't do much for the upper level, but, you know, maybe when we put the lighting in on that level, it'll be okay, but it definitely helps from ground level. Oh, that's a hole. All right. There's all kinds of crevices out here. In canyons, just walking across sections out here, you really have to watch where you're stepping, because you're very suddenly going to find yourself falling into a canyon. Did have to be super careful when I was out exploring. Alright, so we'll get this side and then we'll do our trim on the other side. So yeah, I mean, it has a nice effect. When you stand back, it does kind of feel like a little bit of uplighting from back here, so gives it a little bit of a glow. Not a tremendous one, but a little. Alright. Oh, what is that? Is that gravel? That is gravel. Okay. Oh, gravel. What am I gonna do with you? For I do not know. I guess I'll just sit on you for a few moments. So yeah, it definitely brightens up that bottom section. It doesn't do much for the top section, but you know, we'll see what we can do up there. We'll see. When we put the lanterns up there, it might do something. So, in the meantime, at least the bottom areas of the walls don't look quite so foreboding on that side. Alright, now, of course we haven't lit this side at all. We're gonna need to do some more pumpkin farming. I mean, I've got a few stacks of pumpkin, but sometimes they can be a little bit slow to grow. So you kind of have to stay on top of them a little bit. So I might be a little too close here. We'll see. I may not be. It might just feel like I am. Alright. Grab our steppy steps. Do, 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 do. Sun's coming up, and you can see the silhouette of the golem on the horizon, guarding the village from predators that don't exist and running into cactuses. I've had to remove so many cactuses from that village. Because the golems just can't seem to help themselves. They seem to have some kind of like built-in radar for walking into them. That's not what we wanted. I'm about to fall off the scaffolding. Or our impromptu scaffolding, really. It's not the real scaffolding from in the game. That you need bamboo to build. And, the Wandering Trader doesn't want to give me any. I don't know if that's even on their list of goods. I don't know. I might be hoping for something that's not going to happen. I mean, they have other trees and saplings, so... I mean, they sell kelp, for Christ's sake. You would think that they'd at least let you get bamboo from them. Maybe I've just been unlucky. My wandering traders that have been showing up have slowed down a little bit. I had one show up while I was smelting all the sandstone. Kind of surprised me. I'm like, why does it sound like somebody's running? And then I was being like shoved all over the place while I'm sitting there with my interface open on the ovens, and I'm like, what the hell's going on? And then I saw the subtitles and saw that it said footsteps and then llama noises, and I was like, oh, hey, what do you have? I don't know, it just felt like we were getting more wandering traders while I was doing demo out here. And ripping this whole area apart. Alright. That side's done. Look, we're to the river. Well, we're almost to the river. I mean, technically we still have what? One more section before we're going across it. Technically. We're getting closer to the village though, excuse me. Like I said, it was rough sleep and I only had about 5 hours of sleep. That was a weird swallow. And this caffeine is not kicking in fast enough. That's for damn sure. Stick you over there. Get you out of the way. Alright, we did catch another mouse, but this one we caught on one of the outside traps, actually. Oh, that one is not going to let me catch it. Or snag it, rather. So we did go and drop that off. Up by the one lake. Anywhere but around my house, please. I'm trying to get in and out. Kind of surprised there's not mice in this game. To be perfectly honest. Okay, so let's clean up our mess here. Alright, these were just space markers when I was counting things out, so I didn't lose track of where I was. Alright, everything looks like that's sitting how it should. Oh, this one. Okay. Put that there. Put that there. Am I missing sand? I shouldn't be. I mean, I know we... Well, maybe that's because we smelted some. Alright, never mind. That's probably what that's about. 'cause I don't see any floating. Okay. Let's lay in this. And I know some people wouldn't go to that trouble, but I know if we're mining underneath and we happen to hit a pocket that's gonna gravity fall, I'd rather not have a huge gap under the wall that I don't know about, so I'd just like to put at least one stable foot under this. I mean, I know the sandstone itself wouldn't fall down. The sand under it would, but it's just a Niseyism. So sorry, but I am gonna have to subject you to that one. And it's also a slightly different pixelation than the sand itself, so it helps me see where I am. Like I said, I need visual aids a good part of the time. Hence why at least one side of the wall is laid out. The entire length, or the entire circumference, I suppose would be better wording. I did both sides up to a point and then had to do so much demo that I was like, let's just roll with the one side from here forward. At least until we get in over here and start really working on the demo. And when that happens, we're gonna have to move our workstation down. We're probably gonna have to move it down soon anyway. But I don't know. If I'm gonna have to move it, I might move it closer to where we're pulling the lava from, to be perfectly honest. Because I'm pulling the lava. Oh, excuse me. Oh, damn. I'm pulling the lava from down that way at the moment. But, don't know if I really want to move the workstation further from that. We can just walk back and load up the inventory, I suppose. So I don't think that really matters all that much. Because it's quite a hefty section of lava that I'm pulling from at the moment. I feel like we're blowing through this sandstone, but at the same time, we're also putting in a lot of stuff, so we're technically really not blowing through it that fast. Because, I mean, we are putting a floor down, and we just did a whole side of a wall, and I'm probably going to have to grab some more to do the next wall section, though. Oh, there's the edge of the water. I may have taken that too far out, actually, now that I'm looking at it. We'll see. Alright, that's a little less of a drop. Shovel, you betray me. Dare you? Wait, did we put torches in those sections? We did. Okay. I might have to... Well... Yeah, we might have to scaffold that section. Looking at it from afar. Let's go ahead and grab some more smelted stuff. Should probably make a couple more shovels. And let's drop that off. Alright, so I'm thinking in the sections where there's water. So like down in here. And down in there. Probably gonna do... like we'll do a foundation here. Like that. And then maybe one row down. Like down in the water. Maybe we'll do some like sewer grading bars. To give the illusion of water passing through. Or at least that's what I'm thinking. That we may end up doing. Alright, let's put a torch there and a, grab our sand, our cobble sandstone, or regular sandstone. They just call it sandstone. So I don't know what you want to consider it. Because I consider this smooth sandstone. Alright, so we're getting a lot closer to the village. So that's a good thing. I actually had to go and add a couple more beds to the one dormitory in the village because the villagers were getting a little too happy. I mean, we're gonna have plenty of room for them once we move them into the city, so, or incorporate them into the city, so I'm not mad. I'm just like, can we slow this down a little bit, guys? I was gonna have to, thought I was going to have to do scaffolding in here to, get this section done. So that does mean we still need to go back up and add that extra side piece. That's a lot of fish over there. They're just kind of chilling. Chilling in the river. I mean, technically we could have done that later, but that's okay. So I do need to go see what we have for iron, because I know we've blown through a lot of it. That might be one of my goals this week, is to look for some more iron down in the mines. Or maybe I can con the husband into helping me. He usually likes to mine. Oh no, we still have some. Alright. It's not gonna last long. But we do have some. Okay. That looks like that's all of the iron we have left, though. Alright. Well, let's take half of it. Excuse me, see? He won't stop touching the cactuses. Yeah, I'm talking about you. You don't need to stare at me like that, though. Excuse you. I'm standing here working. What are you doing, aside from being a nuisance? I probably should have brought the brown sheep back, but he was going to be a bit of a pain. But yeah, like, well, we still have a couple open beds, I think. 1, 2, 3. 3 open beds? Everybody's in those ones. Yeah, that one is chocked full. So I'm just waiting on the iron to smelt. We should probably harvest some of these pumpkins. So I guess that means I'm gonna have to deal with golems wandering this city. If they just spawn in to protect the villagers. And it's 1 golem for every so many villagers, I think. That seems to be what it was playing out to be. And I don't know what is happening, but I keep losing my stems. They just randomly disappear. I don't know if the golems are stepping on them when they step on top of the pumpkins, or if the pumpkins are like, no, I'm growing here now. I don't know what that's about. I didn't used to have that happen before. So I'm not sure how we're gonna handle that when it comes time to put the pumpkin farm in. Very bizarre. Alright, well that's cooking. Let's go get these guys over here. This farm's days are numbered anyhow. Yeah, so I did pick up some beet seeds, some carrots. I picked up a few more potatoes out of one of the farms, and we've got some berries. So I mean, we've got stuff that we can grow. However, I don't want to grow them here because the villagers ripped up all of my potatoes and ate them, or they put them in the composter, and I never saw them again. Like, they just keep planting the wheat now, and I'm like, guys, I don't care if you take the potatoes, but you have to replant them, damn it. And they're like, no, not a problem. Not our problem in the slightest. Okay. So, let's open our book. Fairly sure I know how to make this, but sometimes if you go through the... Oh no, maybe that's the crafting stations. Sometimes it can cost you less materials. Why are you pushing me? Damn it. 16 should be more than enough for that. Alright, that's fine. Okay. At least I think it is. That's a lot of villagers. Okay. Yes. I am your mayor. You better stop. I don't like the way they're side-eyeing me. They're probably still mad that I destroyed half the village, but... We're adding improvements, you guys. I know I eminent domained a couple of your buildings, but come on now. We're working on making things better. Close that. That's annoying when I'm not on the crafting table. I promise, we're trying to make you more secure. And all of the things. Let me drop off that. And we'll grab some more of this. Okay. Alright, so we have this, our little Lego hands, Minecraft hands, our little Lego hands, because they're in the little weird C shape. So we'll do these guys next. So have to put our floor down in here. That's going to be a lot of wood. If that's what we end up going with. And I kind of want to, just so that it breaks up all of the sandstone texture. But that will be a lot of spruce. Ah! I might need to buy some more jungle saplings. Ow! My foot got stuck. Oh. Anybody else have like their joint just get stuck? Probably not. My ankle's seen some shit, so if I hold it in one's position too long, it just feels like it gets stuck and doesn't want to move out of that spot. Probably all the years of me fucking it up repeatedly. Okay. Put those in. And now we have a platform to stand on. Alright. Now, we need some sand. Oh. Huh? Oh. Okay. I'm like, What's happening here? That didn't take nearly as much sand as I was thinking it was going to. Those fish are still all kind of hanging out there. At least we know that we can get fish to eat without too much trouble. If and when the critters come back. I mean, I'd still like to put monsters back on at some point, and I may, even though they're a pain in the ass to deal with, I may. I don't know. I kind of like working through the night, though. Without having to run back to the house to sleep. At the very least, we'd have to secure the city. And put gates down over our entranceways. And hope that the raiders don't spawn in the city. I mean, the city's big enough, they might. But at least they wouldn't be able to walk in from the outside. But I really don't want all of the city's citizens taken out by marauding raiders. Especially when the group would be small compared to the number of villagers we'd probably have at that point. Come on. Alright. I was waiting for the oof. I felt like that was a far enough drop for an oof, even a baby one, but it didn't happen. Alright. Now. With me in this. And let's see, one tool. I guess like 3 out maybe. Should probably be here. I don't know what we've been doing. Been doing 3? 1, 2, 3's gonna put me right up against it. Let's do here. Let's do top instead of that one. Alright, 1 too high. That seems like a good height. Alright. So. It's nice when you can actually see progress happening here. And the fact that we are up to this one river section definitely feels like we're making progress. So we do have a good ways to go. And I am only doing major building with you guys. This is a very much long-term project. Aww. All the fishes hanging out, doing fishy things. Doing all of the fishy things. Having their fishy meetings. And the squids showing up every so often. Checking in on them. That looks about right, I think. Probably didn't need that one, but that's okay. I'd rather have it there and not need to step on it than go to step on it and have it not be there. Because while we've demonstrated that this particular height won't kill us, it's still not a pleasant drop. Okay. Whoop. No, no, no. Okay, so we got this one. I still have to add that one. And I mean, I can do the lighting on the back side of this. Later, I don't have to do that on stream. Especially since I was just kind of testing the waters, seeing what it was going to look like, and I think that is definitely something that we're going to do the full length of the wall. That is a shit ton of pumpkins. It's a shit ton of torches too, actually. Hopefully my computer doesn't flip out about that, but might be alright since only a certain amount of them will be loaded in at any one given time. Alright. We have to put our foot in. Need something to stand on. Looking all silly there without any feet. Okay. Grab that one. Okay, let's not try to get too far ahead of ourselves. Put your foot on. Okay, you've got your foot. Let's go 1, 2, 3. I think we started on the 4. That quick, I don't remember. Let's just go on up to the... Damn it. Let's not do that. Okay. And let's put in our scaffolding. As I hope that my crouch key doesn't give out on me, or that my finger doesn't let go. My left hand's a little shady, you guys. It's not the smart hand. And no offense, left hand, but that's just the way it is. Oh, okay. I thought I fucked up something, and I'm like, why is... Because, see, from here, it looks like there's different heights. Over here, I was like, what the fuck did I do? It was just the way the bump out was situated. No. We need more of a... There we go. We need a bit more of an angle there. Okay, so that looks all well and good. And we'll get rid of all of this stuff. Okay. I gotta remember to not go all the way to the ground as I was about to do. So we still have to do our other section of trim here. Oh, okay, that's more than enough there. More than. Oh, wrong key. Okay. So let's continue this from this side. So that way I don't misjudge where I am and misalign this whole thing. Because then I'll really be mad. Not steep enough of an angle. There we go. Are you gonna turn? Alright, sometimes they turn, sometimes they don't. What's it gonna be today? Alright, I don't think... Did you turn? Yeah, okay. Alright, so that one's decided to behave for the moment. Get rid of all of these. And then all of these. I was like, oh, we've got to be like right there on the sand pillar. I was still a good few blocks off. Alright, so all of that looks good from underneath. Grab our steps that we lost. Okay. So let's mosey back here. Put you there. Probably gonna take one of these empty boxes and shift it over to the other section. But we definitely have plenty of this. So that's good. Just making sure I still had my fencing, because for some reason I kind of had a panic moment there. I was like, where's the fencing at? 2, 3. Oh. New pickaxe time. So that's gonna come into play on the bump out. I think we'll actually do it in this section. Or at least that's what would probably make the most sense. More than likely. So I'll probably end up dropping some sand into this section up into the bump, like our little column. Just to kind of make that a little bit easier to deal with construction wise. More than likely. Okay. Just need to make sure I'm not getting too carried away here. Didn't put in the second level floor yet. So I still need to remember to go back and do that. We might need some more sandstone. Actually. Let's drop in our shortcut to get down. Oh. New shovel. Change places. Alright. So, give me this. I don't think we can do anything with that, right? Oh, we can. Huh. And I don't know what to do with that, but okay. Ah! I didn't want to do that. I wanted to do that. Well, we have this on us, so... we have plenty more where this came from. We just have to refill our reserves here, that's all. Well, that one's going to be visible, though. So maybe we ought to do that one. Excuse me, fish. I don't mean to ruin your good time, but... oh, this one's mad. He was coming up. He was like, how dare they? So I'm thinking this one would be like the last one before we start really worrying about getting in there with the iron fencing. And who's the what's-its, so. Grab a lot more of this. Some more of that. Some of that. And that. Okay. So we're gonna have to put in some pillars and then some footing. Okay. All right. Let's get back to work on this side. So we need to put this side of the wall in. Alright, now this one's gonna be visible. It's like this section. Probably get away with that. This section though, since it's gonna be seen from the water. Do that. So I guess it's just going to be raining through certain parts of the city forever because of the river that runs through it. So that's going to be interesting to deal with there. All right. Go back in through here. And we'll get this side put on. I'll tell you, there's a ton of rabbits around here too. We haven't seen them so much in the village, but they're all over the outskirts of it. Especially on the back section. And on the like opposite corner from where we are, seeing them all over the place. Okay. We do need to put some lighting in here before we get too far ahead of ourselves. Just so I don't forget, although it's not a huge deal if I forget. Especially with monsters being turned off at the moment. It's not like something's gonna spawn in and get us. Though I do have panic moments of hearing a weird noise around me and I'm like, oh god, did something spawn in? Was there a glitch? Oh, motorcycle, thank you for your contribution to today's stream. If we can get this mice situation wrapped up, I really want to put our security camera back on our porch so I can keep an eye on my flamingos, because a lot of the school kids walk past our house. And I'm like, don't steal my flamingos, I can't replace them. So far they've left them alone for the most part. Probably because we're on a busy road. But still, I feel like it's only a matter of time. All right. Whew, my body is popping and cracking today. It's been a very angry body day. Alright, that one's not gonna be seen. Technically that one shouldn't be either. We'll make sure it's not. Okay. Do we have enough to... No, we don't really have enough on us to get into that section. So let's go grab some stuff. Hi Zuzu, what's up? Zuzu's come over to say, Mom, are you done yet? I think he smells my mom cooking, so he's like, share with me. And I'm like, no, buddy, you can't have chili. That's not happening. I know you think you want it, but trust me, Mommy doesn't want you to have it. I have all sorts of problems eating that. Between the onions and whatever else she puts in there. There's stuff in there you can't have, buddy. And not do you any favors. You want some plain spaghetti tonight? With some butter? I can do that. I have to make it though, bud. It's not ready yet. It's nowhere near ready. And I need both hands for this game, so sorry. Or are you trying to tell me I need to be done? Well, the moms does have quite a bit of a headache going, so we may actually stop here today. We have made progress, though. for it being a shorter stream, because we're about to cross the river. Let's see, can we get a little bit of height here? This isn't much height, but it's something. So we're about to cross the river right there. We put in some lighting. Let's look at it from the other side, though. The other side will look a little bit better. We can actually see the lighting. Okay. So, I mean, you can see where we stopped with the lighting, but at least the bottom half looks pretty decent. The light's not going all the way up because the trim's going across. Excuse me, but when we put the lanterns in on the inside, that could change a little bit. We'll see. Don't know if it'll really shine through. And if it doesn't, that's still fine. You know, we still have to do lighting on the top. And figure that out. I'm probably going to do lighting in those little bump outs. I'm not sure what kind of lighting it's going to be. It could be lanterns. I don't know. I don't think I want to do straight up torches though. Well, we'll figure out something. Just don't know what yet. So yeah, we've added a few more sections in. We're up to here now, so that's fantastic. Does mean that I will have to smelt some more sandstone for next week, and I might have to do some more demo and fix our ground over there and start doing some demolition around the corner if I have time. But yeah, so we've got that going on. And I think things are gonna be looking pretty good here. I think we still have to do our floor, and I still have to do the lighting pass on the other side. But yeah, it's pretty good. We're probably gonna add in some more reeds around the edge of the property in here, just so I have another source for paper or sugar if we decide to cook stuff. You know. So, it won't hurt until we can get a reed farm going. So that's gonna do it for today. Thanks, guys. Yeah. Excuse me. Can't stop yawning now. I think I need to eat. So sorry it was a bit of a shorter stream. Tomorrow we'll be doing Franchise Friday in Planet Zoo, and hopefully be finishing up that exhibit house altogether, exhibit building. I'll be thinking about putting in our next animal. Saturday is the Wild Challenges podcast. I am going to be co-hosting with Lita this week. We're not gonna have like anything groundbreaking to talk about, but we've got a couple of things to talk about this week. And then Sunday we'll be doing art. Hopefully the storms hold off before we get going. So we've got that to look forward to, and that will end up rounding out our stream week. So you guys can follow me on Twitter to know when I'm going live, because I usually remember to post there, and that's at NiseyBGN. I archive all of our live streams, or at least most of them, over on YouTube, and the YouTube channel is also NiseyBGN. So if you wouldn't mind popping over there and giving some subscribe love to that is 100% free. Only takes a moment of your time. Hit the subscribe-y button. And you know, we also have the Etsy store. There's not a whole lot up on the Etsy store at the moment, and I forgot to deal with Kofi last night, so I'm gonna have to deal with that tonight. You have to rearrange my gallery that I've got going up there. Maybe I can hide the one gallery. We'll see. But yeah, I mean, I still have the stuff available if people want it. It's just not posted at the moment, so I probably need to deal with that. But yeah, so you guys have a great night. I hope to see you tomorrow for Planet Zoo. If not, then hopefully I'll see you for the Wild Challenges podcast. Stay safe on those challengers. Take care of yourselves. Don't forget to update your Twitch password. And Twitch also reset everyone's stream keys again this morning after a bunch of people had already done it. So you might need to fiddle with your stuff if you're a fellow streamer to get everything reconnected properly and functioning. So until next time, guys, have a good one.